What's going on YouTube? It's your boy Don Dada here, back with another video, and today I just want to talk over some of the basics of Call of Duty. I know it sounds very basic, it is basic, but I've been talking to some of my family members and they just really don't understand the game, and they say they want to so they can just root for me and actually know what's going on when they're watching. So which is surprising, there hasn't been like I can't think of many videos or any videos like from any other creators that like did this, but basically just going through the basics. If you know Call of Duty, if you play Call of Duty, if you play ranked, if you watch MLG, CDL, CWL, you're probably gonna look at these videos and be like how do people not know this? Which is hard. How do people not know this? You know what I'm saying? But people who don't play video games, are like my brother, for example. My brother, he put me on the video games. He's like he's born in like 85. He's older now, but he's like the originator of putting me on the video games. But like he's like, he can play Castlevania speed runs, but he doesn't know what's going on in a hard point, which to me is like, damn, that's dope that you could speed run like all those old games, but you don't know what's going on at hard point. Like, it's so simple. I just want to like kind of ramble and like piece everything together to the best of my ability. Leave a like on the video, comment on the video if this helped, or be able to send it to like family members. This shouldn't really help that many people that play the game, honestly. So this is not going to be one of those guys that's going to help you, you know what I'm saying, get more kills necessarily. Maybe, who knows, you know. But like I said, I just randomly was talking to my brother. He lives in Japan and he's just trying to watch Call of Duty and understand what's going on. So I'm making this video basically for him, and hopefully it helps a lot of other people as well. In competitive Call of Duty, it's a best of 5, and then in the grand finals now it's a best of 7. So you'll see best of 5 until the last match of the tournament. In a best of 5, there are 2 hard points, 2 search and destroys, and 1 control, and it alternates hard point, search, control, hard point, search. So it's a best of 5, right? So control you play once, so it's technically the least valuable game mode. It's still very valuable at the top level of competition. It's very valuable. But pro scrim 5 hard points, 3 control. You play normally 10 hard points a day, and a lot of the times you play no search. My main thing by saying that is that hardpoint is the first map of the series. Hardpoint is the most scrimmed game mode. So normally, I don't think hardpoint determines the series, but it is very nice to start off a series with hardpoint, most played game mode. It's my favorite game mode, and yeah, I think it's the essence of competitive Call of Duty since it's been introduced since Black Ops 2. So I'm gonna start up a hardpoint just show you how. I'm not gonna show you how the maps play, but I'm just gonna show you how the points work, right? So basically, hardpoint is, there is a hard point initially, and then some maps have 5 hills, some maps have 6 hills, some maps have 7 hills. They rotate around the map, and you get points when you sit in the hill. Very simple, but this is probably Call of Duty's most complex mode, just because the pace of it makes it hard to watch, but it's really not that crazy. So normally this hill will be popped. I have the wrong rules. So you sit in this hill. It's like King of the Hill. You sit in this hill and you gain points by sitting in the hill, right? Normally it should be already unlocked. The spawns also, whoever sits in the hill the most and stays alive wins the game, right? But it's more complex than that. Obviously, that's the base of it. So look, let's see when the hill pops. I'm getting time, right? 1, 2. So I gotta hit 250. That's the magic number. And when I get in the hill, the clock stops. So if you see at the far left, clock is running. So there's a clock. It comes into play, but not majority of the time. When you get in the hill, the clock is stopped. So you stop the clock and you get points, okay? So you want to be in the hill as much as possible. The thing that makes it so fast-paced in hardpoint is that when you die, you respawn, of course. I'll show you. This is the difference between search and destroy. You die real quick, you spawn up, right? There's like a 2-second spawn delay in actual CDL. You die, you spawn up, you're right back in. So it can seem chaotic, like a lot's going on. It's really not that fast. So hopefully these videos help, but it's really not that fast. So the spawns, where you spawn is awareness, right? So like as a pro player, right, when this hill is popped, the spawns around the map change. When you're out of the hill, the spawns around the map change. You see what I'm saying? When you're in the hill, spawns, like, you know what I'm saying, everything affects where the spawn is. Where you look at, the spawn will change, right? So say on this P2, right? Say on this hill, this is P2, is what we call it, P2. So every hill we call it P. That wasn't a thing at first, but it became a thing over the years. So every hill, so that's hill 1, that's hill 2, hill 3 is over there. We just say P1, P2, P3. So if you ever hear the players saying P, they're just saying, I don't know why, that's just what we do. We just say P. It's just started becoming a thing. So this is P2. This whole thing, if I say P2, you know he's in the hill. If I say top P2, you know he's above P2. You know what I'm saying? So that's how you have callouts. So COD players, like when you're saying, for example, like if I'm breaking P2, he's in P2. P2, like you'll basically call out. You'll try to call out with either one shot. One shot means chow. You want your teammate to chow. So you get a kill, be like, yo, he's one shot in the hill. He's one shot in the hill. That is code word for run at him. He is weak. You have more health than him. You know what I'm saying? Or you could call out with your tone like he's in the hill. He's in the hill. That's just stressing the call out to make sure your teammate like understands. So like, when the drills are like saying it's like a lot of words, there's red dot comms and there's strategic comms. Like say you're in the hill, like yo, you'll be like this, yo, I got your short, you don't have to look short, someone look my long, like try to coordinate a crossfire. So there's a window up here so you could just coordinate. It's just coordination, right? Like I got short, this is short, I got short, someone look my long. There's those type of call outs, right? And then say I chowed this and died, like he's back elbow. I'm not gonna say he's back elbow, run at him and shoot your gun. You see what I'm saying? I'm just gonna say he's back elbow. So there's just red dot comms, and then there's coordination comms are like block the back. Like, so for example, on this hill, right? You need a guy in the hill every time. So this is the hill, this is P3. You wanna funnel the team a direction, right? So you wanna hold this back side. So this whole side of the map you wanna hold, right? So you wanna block this, right? You want to block this. If you block this, everyone else on the other team spawns further. Now, if you just sit in the hill and you don't block this, you will die one time and you'll spawn all the way over here and the enemies will spawn here.
Ghost online.
That is the essence of hardpoint at the highest level. Holding a setup, and when you get kills, your kills having the maximum penalty on the other team. So by blocking this spawn, by sitting in the hill, like, and then having like one guy over here be annoying, one guy spot mid, every kill they're gonna be in a super bad situation. Normally they'll group up either one lane, this outer lane, or this lane. Most of the time it's this bottom lane right here. So that's the essence of hardpoint, of why it gets so hectic. Like, that seems simple, right? One in the hill, one block, two on a cut, right? That seems very hectic. But when nerves and a crowd and competition, that's the whole battle of competition, right? People are gonna forget to do that. So you can spawn right here and then forget, and then now you got a mixy, chaotic, everyone's coming from everywhere. It's more of a, once you know the game, like I feel like a lot of pro players know the game, it's about knowing the game and still staying composed in moment. Like, if you think about it like that, like, how could you ever get nervous, right? There's nothing to overthink, right? Like, one guy block, one guy hill, one on a cut, two on a cut. That's like a pretty good recipe for every hill ever. It's a pretty good one, you know what I'm saying? But people will forget to block. People will leave the hill white. People will mess up the easiest stuff, and that's the whole point of competition, and that's the whole point of like why Call of Duty is great and why competition is great, because everyone has a different skill set. Everyone's good at different stuff. Just name any other thing. Basketball. I hate talking about basketball and video games, the same thing, but some people can shoot the basketball. Some people are good at rebounding. Everyone has their traits. Some people might make the right play every time and never forget to block, and then when it's time for them to win a hard gunfight, they can't win it. That's the essence of hardpoint. When it get in the hill, the spawns change depending on the hill. I feel like that's good with how the actual mode works. I'm gonna talk about like some mechanics on the game, because you want to know what you're looking at, right? This is very important. Regardless of the game mode, you want to know what's going on the guy's screen, right? So you definitely get an X-ray vision in the mini map. One thing I would say, stare at the mini map a lot. Now, when you're watching as a fan, you want to stare at the game, but once you learn what's supposed to happen, you can stop staring at the minimap. What I would recommend is staring at the Codcaster X-ray vision in the minimap and just seeing where the arrows are supposed to go. And then once you know where the arrows are supposed to go, you can stop kind of watching it, because you have a general idea of what's supposed to happen. You know what I'm saying? So why, right? Why? You'll see a lot of players just switching guns for no reason like this. This is just to look cool. This is like, you know what I'm saying, Kenny, I'm talking to you. My brother's name is Kenny, not Kenny on 100T. My brother's name is Kenny. Like, some people in games, like, you could just run across, right? And you see like some open world games, like the guy will just run across, right? And then some guys will jump every time, like just getting bored, just adding like swag or like a different. It's just swag. This is literally just swag, like. And it used to be able to cancel your reload. Like, you could do it with the sub. I don't think you could do it. Well, sometimes you gotta like time it perfectly. Mostly just for swag. They'll be like, why is the guy just switching his gun? Do I need to do that? You don't have to do it, but it's just like a thing. You know what I'm saying? There's single sprint. You run a little bit fast. I mean, you also aim in quick off a single sprint. Double sprint, you aim really fast, but your gun is down. So I normally say keep your gun up, but your gun is up technically. So this, I would say, bro, our guns are just down. You know what I'm saying? Our guns are not shooting. When I mean keep your gun up, that means like this. ready to shoot. They're snaking. Snaking is a thing where, okay, so normally in real life, people are on like sandbag turrets and stuff like that using cover. It's just a simple concept. You know, obviously, you're gonna understand using cover. But in this game, in a lot of Call of Duties, when you snake the cover, I can't necessarily break down the bullets just are way harder to hit. Like, it's just way harder to hit. Like, so you'll see a lot of players just doing this instead of doing this. Like, it's just snaking. Like, if you played and someone did it to you, you would instantly know. Like, you just can't hit the guy. Like, it looks like you can't see the guy on your screen. Like, your gun is up, it looks normal, but like if you're on the opposite end, you wouldn't be able to see it. Like,
good luck with this.
Look at Cell.
God,
This is so cheap, bro.
Part 4.
The snakes are in, chat. Wait, Nick, watch this one.
It might. Yeah, I'm not entirely sure. Some damage in. Not able to take it yet. Still able to win.
like jump shotting. So there's jump shotting.
Capture the hard point.
You want to jump shot? The two main tools are jump shotting, drop shotting, pre-aiming. This is pre-aiming for 10 years, but now it's called an iron. If you have your gun up like this and someone just runs around the corner, 9 times out of 10 you're gonna kill them, right? If you're like this on the floor, drop shot. So a lot of times too, say you're getting this kill, you will drop shot like this. Another example of drop shotting, and it's just harder to hit. You want to move your body. Imagine you could move your body in real life while shooting. It would be harder to get hit. It's the same concept. Jump shotting, same thing. You know what I'm saying? Say someone's laying down in this corner, you just jump the corner on them. Just jump the corner on them and kill them for free.
Confirming,
you know what I'm saying?
next hard point. Stand by.
So there's tools you have to use mechanically, of course, you know, but those are the basic mechanics. Jump shots, drop shot, iron, normal like shooting angles, like the right hand, what is it, right hand angles? There's right hand and left hand angles. I don't think I would be the greatest at explaining that, but yeah. So the roles, right? It depends on the game, but normally you'll have one main AR, one secondary AR that plays a little bit faster or uses a third submachine gun sometimes, and then 2 sub players. Vaznev is a submachine gun. You get to run faster. The reason why people use submachine guns, you can run faster, kill faster up close. Like, submachine guns just win tournaments, right? ARs, they can throw you games, they can clutch you games, and save you games. So ARs are more like the backbone, right? So like, say the other team is scamming and doing stuff they're not supposed to do, that's when the AR players get to eat. You know what I'm saying? So as an AR, I'll show you how fast you run with an AR. You don't run it as fast. I don't know if you could tell, but you don't run as fast. You aim in, off sprint a little slower, stuff like that. It's an assault rifle, right? You get to post up, and it's also very easy to shoot long range with this. That's an advantage. It's like a trade-off. It's like a clash, you know what I'm saying? So machine gun AR. Trophy system, break down a trophy system. So you throw this trophy system, right? This will save or like kind of suck up 2 grenades. So normally if you see a guy on the hill, he'll be surrounded by these. These are very important. So since say I have a trophy on this head glitch, right? Someone throws 1, 2. 2 ticks off the trophy. That means your teammate should throw a stun and then a nade, okay? Because if he throws a stun, the trophy is gone. Now he can actually nade this head glitch. That's why the communications come into play, because if you don't know the right play. I'll also show you dead silence. So sound is a very big thing of awareness in this game. So there's a special ability called dead silence. Basically, you hear me running around, right? This is very loud. Like, if you're just running around like this, people can hear you, right? Pop dead silence, you can't get hurt. So it's like a power up. Most of your sub players do that, so your sub players can run around and your ARs post up. You know what I'm saying? It's how you have good synergy with it. That's the most basic way I could like break it down. So look, I'll pop dead silence. Let me demonstrate it. Run around. Pop dead silence. It brings out this radio. Look, completely silent almost. Very quiet. So you'll see a lot of sub players run this. So if you get a kill, it will reset. See how the bar on the right is running out? If you get a kill, it will reset. Okay, head glitch. Head glitch, we'll go over head glitch. Head glitch is this. What you want to do is just cover on the map to where you can't see majority of your body. Think about, just imagine real life. Like, think about if someone's on this in a real life, like how can you see him? And then your full body is out in the open. You see what I'm saying? So he's in a head glitch. It's just cover on the map that is like a power spot. So you'll see a lot of people say God head glitch or God head glitch. Like, this is a head glitch back here. Doesn't look that high, but you can barely see this guy's head.
Stand by.
Especially if he snakes it. So people will snake it, chow, and it makes it very hard to get these kills right here. Okay. One thing you'll see is a mantle. You can mantle up, hop up, use spots like this. Is a decent spot. I've actually haven't seen anyone use it in a match yet, but it's a pretty good spot right here. There's a lot of like weird nerdy spots you can use. Team shotting, obviously, like look this, yo, I got flowers cut, shoot flowers cut with me, like, and yeah. I think that's good. I think that's a good little breakdown. Let's do Search and Destroy. Let's do it in order. Let me give you guys a quick refresher. Search and Destroy is game 2 and game 5 in a best of 5. The rounds are normally 1:30 and it's 1st to 6. It can go a maximum of 11 rounds, 6-5, and it can go a minimum of 6 rounds, 6-0. So 6-0 or 6-5, and obviously you can have in between scores 6-1, 6-2, 6-3, 6-4, 6-5, 6-0. 45-second bomb timer. Defuse is 7.5. The plan is 5. S&D is a round-based game mode. It's basically just like Counter-Strike, Valorant. There's offensive defense, 2 objectives. Defense, you defend. You don't want them to plant the bomb. If they don't plant the bomb and time runs out, you win. On defense, if you kill the whole other team, you win. On offense, if you plant the bomb and blow up the bomb, you win. In offense, if you kill the whole other team, you also win. So it's like a 1 life round system where, so like look, you spawn on defense, you would throw like pre-nades to try to get map control. And then A, you want to stop them from going to A, okay? In this game, it's actually even more simple because a lot of the bombs aren't used. So like, well, B's starting to get used a little bit more now, halfway through the year, but a lot of the times there's a preferred bomb site. So you spawn over here. You spawn right there on offense. So you're closer to A than you are to B. So it's kind of like how even you said, Kenny, like football, you draw up a play. So this is the mode where you can actually draw up plays, hard counter people, and get really in depth with strategy because people do the same stuff. People have strats and you have to read it. It's not as hectic and on the fly as hardpoint. So yeah, normally people go A the most, right? But then knowing that, you can switch it up and fake it and go B. That's why B is also getting used a little bit more now. So it's just stuff like that. So this mode can actually like have strategies and have plans and stuff like that. In a couple seconds, I'm gonna win the round because the offense did not plant the bomb and win the round. So as an offense, like I said, you spawn way closer to A, B is all the way over there, right? So they're gonna try to stop us from going A every time pretty much. So that's the strategy. You're gonna try to stop us from going left. You go here, you throw here and you use information. If they have a trophy, you be like, yo, there's a trophy there, let's go right. Or use the call, like, you know what I'm saying? Like stuff like that. That's how you read it. But A is way closer than B, so normally the closest bomb site is gonna be the one that's like used the most, you know? It just makes the most sense, right? Think about the closest grocery store. You're gonna use the closest grocery store more than you use one that's an hour away. It just makes more sense.
1 minute left.
It's closer. You see what I'm saying? That's a pretty basic way to break it down. I'll show you what happens. I plant the bomb. 5 seconds to plant. Then you get 45-second timer. You gotta hold the site. People will start trying to work you. Now you're defending the site, right? So offense can turn into defense, right? Now you have a setup around the site and the defensive team has to retake. You know? Like a whole game. It's actually pretty sick mode. Like me, actually thinking about it while I'm breaking it down, this mode's kind of sick, bro. Like you plant the bomb, now you're defending it. Like it's actually, I mean, and this game, it can come down to 1v1s. That's why it's like, this is like the most clutch mode, and why it'll always be game 5, because you can have like the craziest moments on it, you know? So when this timer runs out, bomb will blow up and you can die to it. But I still win the round, you know? Because I blew up the bomb. Search is much more easier than hardpoint to break it down, I feel like. Normally, I could tell you a few things about the score. This is just opinion, of course. My opinion from playing Call of Duty since the 5th grade. I've been playing Call of Duty in S&D since I was 10 years old. I'm almost 24. Certain things happen in certain rounds, right? So normally in 1st to 6, teams are very, very loose first 2. So you go down 0-2, you go, all right, let's lock it in, boys. Like, it's all good. It's 1-1. Everyone's still playing free. You read it by the score. You'll get a feel for it by watching. Some, like, key rounds, I would say, are, like, 3-1. Once the other team gets, like, 3 and they have, like, a 2-round lead, that's when the pressure is on the other team to lock it in. Like, they gotta lock it in. You know what I'm saying? 3-1, 4-1, it's still doable, right? But it's getting dangerous. So you get all sorts of crazy comebacks, 4-1 comebacks, 5-1 comebacks, 5-2.
seconds remain.
5-2 is a big one. I think that's like a magic, like 5-2. The other team trolls. Now it's 5-4. Pressure. The pressure is at the highest level. You know what I'm saying? It's an absurd amount of pressure you'll see these pro teams like go through. You know what I'm saying? Just trying not to choke the game and then trying to make
10
a
seconds remaining.
crazy comeback. So you'll get a feel for it as you're
Mission
watching
complete.
and as you watch
Good
more
job.
and understand more. I feel like search and destroy is very, very simple. Even control. I feel like my control, like my explanations for hardpoint are so much more in depth because it's so fast paced and it's the funnest mode to play. But I understand, especially like even faster games than this, like Vanguard. It's just a lot going on, just play after play after play after play after play. It's definitely hard to follow, and it's a lot of words being said, so it's definitely overwhelming if you don't understand what's supposed to be going on. Control, it's team deathmatch, but there's objectives around the map, so you can win the round by, it's kind of like how search and destroy is, right? In search and destroy, you can win the round by killing the whole other team. In control, you can win the round by killing the whole other team 30 times, but there's a timer, so it forces you to play towards the objective. Like there's no way to just drain a pro team of all their lives without the timer running out. You know what I'm saying? Pretty much. So you have to play towards the objective, and then playing towards the objective, it's the same concept as search and destroy. Say I'm on the objective in control, it will draw the opponent enemy team out into me. So now I'm defending. You see what I'm saying? It's basically the same concept as search, but in different areas, and there's a respawn. You know, there's 2 points, A and B. A is easier to get to than B for the most part. Teams can cap either B first or A first. People are always going to get creative and do one side or the other. It's just their team strat. But like, let me just show you. So control 30 lives here at the top. There's this big point, just kind of how hardpoint is. This is P1 on hardpoint. That's P2 on hardpoint.
Capturing A.
Yeah, get on the point, clock stops. Get off, time's running out. So you want to stop the clock as much as possible. You cap the point, there's 3 ticks. Another thing that makes you play objective minded and control is that winning by capping the point is better than winning off getting kills, right? So you'd rather cap the points than get the kills, because if whoever has the most ticks gets defense. So that's 2 ticks. You see the bar in the middle? That's 2 ticks. Now once I get this, that's 3 ticks. You know what I'm saying? Now the point cap's very slow with 1 person on it, and the more people on it, it increases and increases. So if you get 4 people on it, your whole team's on the point, it's going to cap really, really fast. You get 3 people on the point, it's going to cap really, really fast. You get 2 people on the point, it's still going to cap pretty fast. But yeah, it increases by the more people you have on the point. So that's why you see teams, when they get a lot of kills, the most efficient play is if you can stack the points. The most efficient play. To keep playing kills, because at the end of the day, you want the ticks, not the kills. Especially on a map like this, you want ticks. Because this map defense is so overpowered that like normally every team is gonna lose their offense, whoever gets the most ticks. So whoever, it's like basically this map and control, some controls is basically whoever loses their offense in the best way. You know what I'm saying? You want to lose offense in the best way, and then you would still win the map technically. Win your Ds and then lose offense in the best possible way. Or, of course, you can definitely win an offense. It's possible. The rate is like very, what is it, like 11%, 10%? It's possible. You can go 1 out of 10 times you're going to win an offense. Now, all you got to do is not troll your defenses and you win. That's basically how controls work. Like, in search and destroy, offense and defense isn't that drastic to the point where you feel hopeless. Like, you can feel hopeless in control defense because the spawns. So the thing is with hardpoint, right, what bails you out with a spawn trap, right? The spawns change from hill to hill on hardpoint.
30 seconds
in control, say we die, we're just gonna keep spawning back here over and over. And there's only 3 ways out. You gotta get out here, here, or here. But this is all watch. You spawn. There's no guessing. The other team, the defensive team, doesn't have to guess. They don't have to predict. They just have to hold. It doesn't play like that on every control map, but on this map, like the defensive team doesn't have to predict. They don't have to. They can't fall for a fake. You see what I'm saying? There's no fake to throw. You know what I'm saying? Whoa, in a spawn trap, there's no fake to throw. There's a fake to throw once you get out and get to the mid level of like the map, the mid part of the map. There's definitely fakes to throw. But in that spawn trap, because look, spawn right here, you can pretty much see their whole, like anywhere they can go. Teams know the situation so hard, so a lot of teams, they just go maps, so they just run into a crossfire. They'll go maps or left, and they'll just try to all jump out at the same time because that's their best chance, but they're in such a bad situation regardless. Like, it's definitely doable. You'll see it happen as you watch, but it's hard, you know? But yeah, that's why control, you only play it once a series, so this is game 3, and that's it. In a best of 7, you play it twice. Only in grand finals you see this map play, or this game mode play twice. I can do a part 2, honestly. I feel like I covered like the bases of the modes at least, so you can understand modes. I don't know. Leave some feedback in the comments. Like I said, I made this for basically family members that are trying to watch. Maybe any other pro players send this to any of their family members if they don't fully understand. Let me know if it helps. If this helps anyone, please let me know. All right, and I could do more or do. I don't even know if I explained it like good enough. Honestly, I honestly don't know. I'm not very confident. Well, I'm confident in what I know about Call of Duty. I just don't know if I explained it the greatest. So hopefully this helped some people in some way, at least a little bit. And like I said, leave a like. Please leave me feedback in the comments or tweet me. Or if you're a pro, you don't want to leave me feedback publicly, DM me. Yo, I sent this to my auntie. Now her favorite game mode is Hardpoint. You know what I'm saying? So let me know, man. Don Dada out.